these going? Into the 318 today. The bumblebee 318 continues. Sitting, it's on the engine stand at the moment. I'm sitting on the front of it, but got to run the cam in, and I've got it's got a cracked head, so I've got to put a bottle of Chemi Weld in it and see if I can fix the head. Bottle of mechanic in a bottle. See if that'll fix it. If it doesn't fix it, I've got alloy heads there, so in a sense, I kind of hope it doesn't fix it, so I can put the alloy heads on. But yeah, it's on the run stand. I've been working on it, so yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, well, here she is, looking pretty good actually. I mean, a little bit mismatched and motley coloured, but looking good. Yeah, I mean, looking a bit complete. I mean, never mind the wiring. The wiring's a bit of a mess and a bit of a mix of picks of tricks, but I reckon we're getting there. It's just a little cheap China fuel pump. And this radiator's got late model Falcon fans on it. I'm pretty happy with the. Get around here. Pretty happy with that. Gauges owe me, I don't know, $50 or something. All cheap Chinese stuff from eBay, but got vac, O2, volts, RPM, oil and water temp. So it's fuel pump and fan. About all I need. I've been through this. Last time I had this carburetor running on an engine, it was running on E85. So I pulled it apart, partly because I needed to take all the E85, bigger jets and bigger everything had to come out of it. But I actually found there's a fair bit of corrosion inside. Well, not a fair bit, but it had some corrosion inside and a bit of gack and a bit of goop and gum left over, so had to go through it. But yeah, it's my homemade 750. It's Proform main body AED Pro blocks and then some Holly bits. It's just a Holly base plate that was modified for 4-corner idle. But yeah, 750 annular, so that'll be a nice bit of fun. This setup, this menagerie is it's a Bosch BIM. It's just what all the cars here in Australia ran through the 80s, and they're just easy to wire up. That distributor's the distributor that came with the industrial 318. They're just a random Bosch coil. Yeah, I don't really like, this is not bad, but on this side, a couple of them are real tight. So if the ignition is not quite in the right spot, I'm not going to be able to screw the timing far. But anyway, yeah, it'll be what it'll be. Well, no pop, no fire when I wound it over. So I chased through the electrical and found that the distributor's dead. Now factory Mopar, factory Chrysler unit, dead. Not a sausage. Never heard of that before, but whatever. Anyway, I mean, this is the one, you can see this goo here, that sticky looking crud there. It's a distributor that was with this, the industrial 318 when I first got it. But that gooey stuff there is the epoxy out of the back of the Chrysler factory black ignition box. It was mounted up on the back of the motor, near the distributor, and all the goo fell out of it from the heat. It just leaked out of it. So I'm guessing this has been very hot. I know the motor, when I pulled the motor down, it had all the signs of, been very, very hot. So I can only think that's what's cooked the distributor, is the heat. As you can see, it cooked the factory black ECU. So Chinese distributors in, same coil, same Bosch ignition module, only in this in the distributor rather than mounted there. All right, let's give her a test fire. Well, wish I had noticed that. Thought I fixed the leak on the right angle adapter. Clearly I didn't. Oh, I'll have to clean up. Righto, the oil leak's fixed, and I'll run the engine for the full 20 minutes. The Chemi Weld needed 20 minutes anyway. 20 minutes at operating temperature. So two birds, one stone. But ran pretty good. I pulled the plugs out of the left-hand side bank, and it looks like the high side of the plenum is rich if you have the mixture screws equally turned out. Which makes perfect sense, I suppose. It's smaller plenum, higher runners. Gonna have better signal. But that's from pulling those spark plugs on that side. I'll pull these plugs now and see how it goes. But yeah, then I'll run it again, bring it back to temperature, and muck around with it. Okay. O2 stopped working. $25. Not a lot of idle vacuum, but I don't care. Seems to be loading up on fuel a little bit. Fuel pressure is pretty consistent, even though I'm running out of fuel. Alright, so got her up to temperature. I might pop this cover off now and want to try and pop this cover off and want to try and just have a look at the push rods, see if the rockers are moving. You know, sort of, it's nearly a 500 lift cam, so it should be pretty obvious if they're not going the full distance. If they're not moving the full amount, see if the push rods are turning, see all that sort of jam. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. I see a lot of blow by, but I see a lot of push rods turning too. That's turning real nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that. Well, I'll just check this one, and I noticed. Talk to me in the comments, fellas. I noticed a few of these turning real slow. Yeah, I mean, turning like the seconds hand on a clock, you know. Or maybe not that slow, but turning real slow. Yeah, so I've never really. I mean, I'll be honest. Every time I've done a flat tapper cam, I just run them in and then flog them, run them in and then drive the pants off them. I only want to check this one because the rumours, you hear about all these camshaft failures. I haven't had one fail in 20 years, but yeah, I hear a lot of bad stories, so it's the only reason I'm checking this one. Okay, bye son. Yeah, the only reason I'm checking this one is because of all the bad news that I hear, so normally I just get them and go. Well, I think that's mission complete. I've had a look in that number 7 was the one that was getting water in it. I've had a look in there. No, had a look in there with I've got a little camera, plugs into the phone and goes down in the hole. It's got its own little light and everything, so it's good. I ran the camera down, lifted the carburetor off, and ran the camera down and into that inlet runner and into that port. Can't see nothing in there, no signs of water, so I'm guessing the Chemi Weld's done its job and fixed the head. I've cut the filter apart. Drop some oil out of it, and yeah, I'm not seeing anything, nothing dramatic. There was some fine, very fine iron filings in the filter, but nothing huge. I mean, it's fresh rings and fresh hone and fresh rings, so it's real fine stuff. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty content to call it. Don't know when it'll go back in the car, but it's at least ready to go whenever I'm ready. So yeah, seems good. I'm pretty happy, pretty stoked, and yeah, content to leave it here and muck around with the car for a bit, because I mean this thing's got to get roadworthy and registered. So still a fair bit to do. I mean, look at this mess. Mate. Yeah, not a lot of time on my hands at the moment, especially with unexpected issues. But anyway, talk to me in the comments, fellas. I'll see you again soon.